vital game it is for both teams. And particularly the first quarter for St Kilda, who've had stage fright in a couple of games this year when the bickies were really on. Harding out of the middle. It's taken by Ralph Smith. Gets it across to Rice. And back to Antrobus, who might need to lift after last week's game. High ball to half forward. McAdam, who really has to lift after last week. And McAdam on stretch. Kicks it straight out of bounds. An unforgivable mistake.
It was a bad option, wasn't it, Drew? Because it was a very tight pass. And any slight error, and it was gone. The kick coming down from Dyson. Centre half forward for Melbourne. Pushed off the ball was Burke for St Kilda. Coming through strongly is Frawley. What a top player he is. Harding run down. Gets the hand pass to Winmar. Winmar's kick to half forward. No mark taken. Harvey's a chance. Handballs it back to Rice. Rice the kick across his left shoulder. Up towards full forward. Coming out strongly is Bryce for the Demons. But the mark is taken by Antrobus. Just forward of centre wing. Oh no. Couldn't see that. The man, it's amazing, you know, if the player doesn't put pressure on his opponent, a little bit of physical pressure, he gets pulled off the ground by the coach. If he does, he gets a 50-metre penalty. Luke Beveridge, I have very much empathy for you, because now it gives Antrobus the chance to score a goal from about 30 metres out and a very slight angle. Antrobus for the first goal of the match. He hooks the kick across to the left, and he probably got what it deserved in the finish, a behind. But the first score for the Saints.
A couple of the matchups. Spalding has Stewie Lowe, and Bryce has lined up on Tony Lockett. Neither of them named to do that particular job. Kick by Bryce, 70 metres up the centre of the ground. Flips off the back, comes to Coglan. High ball, holding up into the breeze. Lockett from behind, crashes the pack. No mark. Russell Morris goes to ground. Todd Viney, little grubber kick. Comes to Harvey just outside the 50. Thought about the hand pass. Goes to Rice. Spilt the mark, play on. Rice again. The hand pass wide to Winmar. Nicky not without a chance here. Approaches 50. It swings back. Is it enough? Oh, it was close. Behind to Winmar. One each to Antrobus and Winmar.
So they've started well, haven't they? We've considered that maybe they are kicking into the breeze, St Kilda, in this first term. Melbourne kicked the ball wide through Bryce. Todd Viney, half back. Poor kick. Out on the full. There was no one really near him. And in the finish, a bad result for the Demons. Just backward of the wing. And the kick by Burke, short, chopped off. The mark is taken by Tingay. Tingay for the Demons. Good young player, Stephen Tingay. Kick up towards half forward. Goes to the back of all the players except Antrobus is the first to recover. Short pass by Antrobus is okay. Harding. Awkward option because it was going to be difficult for Nathan Burke to gather that ball close to the boundary line. And it's over his head. Boundary throw in right half forward for Melbourne. St Kilda have kicked two behinds. The Demons yet to score.
Lyon back in the Melbourne team after missing the last couple. Burke the hand pass backwards. Antrobus on all fours. He's beaten to the ball by Beveridge. A centering kick to the goal square. Oh, good use of the body and a mark to Jakovich right in front.
Well, it really was. Actually, the kick coming in was a very disciplined kick. There's not much you can do by blasting away from those deep in the pocket. And Jakovich used his body beautifully, as Drew, you've mentioned. And he'll kick from straight in front.
He's had a big week, having represented Western Australia on Tuesday night. Gets the first goal of the game.
And Drew, there's an interesting article in the Football Record today about Alan Jakovich, the fact that he's played in 4 states around Australia.
Not bad for a 23-year-old.
Well, it's amazing how, I guess that's just sheer persistence, isn't it? That no matter where, you want to play to the best of your ability. So, and he's done pretty well. Also mentions that in 4 consecutive rounds, 14, 15, 16 and 17, he kicked 4, 8, 6 and 6 goals, respectively. So the Demons get the first goal. Steins is doing the ruck work. Picked off by Lyon. He's caught by Harding. Viney gets the handball. Further handball by Obst. Tingay's kick to full forward. Jakovich in front. Punched away by Grant. Jakovich goes after it, but Nathan Burke, a very, very dour defender, back there for St Kilda. He hurries the ball over for a boundary throw-in just outside the 50-metre line. Fancy Nathan Burke as about a junior welterweight fighter. He always looks as though he's that sort of bloke that would be very, very hard to beat in a tough contest. Lyon, the crunch was on, but he got the kick away. Misunderstanding. Kicked by Todd Viney. Picked off back there by Jones. Jones is kicked wide to half back. Chance here for Rice. Rice gathers the awkward ball. Gwinter late on the scene. Rice is kicked. Half forward. Chance for McAdam. Overrunning at stretch. McAdam's got a chance. Long kick by that player to half forward. Bryce underneath it, can't mark. Lockett from the back. Coming in to help out was Spalding. And he takes the ball over for a boundary throw in about 40 metres from the St Kilda goal.
Well, McAdam got rid of it pretty quickly on centre wing. Actually might have been able to go a bit further with the ball. Steins works from behind, low. Spalding out of the pack. Back to centre wing. Grinter couldn't control it. Ball up the race. So St Kilda had most of the attack, but Melbourne got the first goal. Put me out of the first goal kickers competition as well. Jakovich.
Never mind.
Harding front position, comes to Ralph Smith. And the ball out of play. Bit of sand there just outside the boundary line. Remarkable how Moorabbin has recovered this week from last, because all over the ground, apart from the covered cricket pitch area in the middle last week, was ankle-deep bog, and today it's pretty firm. Rice dragged down. Out of the pack, hurried kick by Beveridge. Ralph Smith to Antrobus. Plenty of Saints in support. Antrobus is kicked to centre half forward. Stretch takes it on the run and can go right up the ground, Stephen Stretch. To Lovett. Lovett bombs one with the breeze to full forward. Jakovich. Lyon roves and kicks the goal.
So the Demons get the second goal through Gary Lyon, but gee, it was a bad mistake here at half-back.
Antrobus.
The kick just didn't have enough penetration towards St Kilda's goal. Drifting with the breeze off to the left. Stretch took it, and the next thing Gary Lyon had a goal. Very, very hard centre of Moorabbin here. The ball going high from the umpire's bounces there. Harvey tackled by Viney. Oh, a very tough crunch of players. Here's Dean Rice. Handball wider. Harding, no, beaten for it. Tingay round the neck. Yes. So Tingay will take the free kick for Melbourne just forward of the centre.
Very quickly it could get out of hand for St Kilda.
Tingay's kick towards full forward. No mark taken. Chance again for Lyon. Skill. Left foot kick. Mark back there to Harding. Handball to Devonport. Devonport fumbles. Hasn't played all that much senior football this year, Craig Devonport. Kick has been marked back here by Lovett. Handballs to Rode. Rhodes' kick as perfect. Oh, Stone's got a surprise, I think. Dropped the sitter at centre half forward for Melbourne. Brownlow medal favourite Jimmy Stones. Chance there to swallow that football. And the ball just carrying surprisingly. And he dropped it. Doing the ruck work. Pulled out of it by Harding. Struggle underneath. Beveridge is in there. Tim Pekin. And the umpire will call for a bounce.
Right at centre half forward for the Demons. The breeze behind them, but mostly across this ground. Stones clean possession. Bennett. Jakovich. Grant has the job on Jakovich. Conceded one already. David Grant, well played to Winmar. Nicky Winmar out of defence. Oh, good mark to Luke Beveridge. 75 metres out from goal. Viney. No, it's Clark, Stephen Clark, just inside the 50. And from that side of the ground, he's kicking right across the breeze. Hoisted pretty high. Not a bad effort. Oh, it's another one. The Demons had 3 on the board.
Well, that was an excellent kick by Stephen Clark to bring up Melbourne's 3rd goal. Perhaps a questionable decision. I think the umpire would have paid the mark, but sometimes the umpires do ask the players to hold it just a little longer than Clark did. But it was a very, very good kick, and he's kicked his first goal for the day. 3 goals to 2 points. Andropis for kick number 5. Centre half forward, Morris, pinched by Dyson. Wonderful play by the Melbourne centre man, punched away by Burke, picked off by Lovett. Kick a little fortuitous there, mark taken by Todd Viney. Runs around, Lovett doing the shepherding on Rice. The kick goes across the centre half forward position, and a good mark this time taken by Jimmy Steins. A long way from goal. He's allowed to play on a little too easily. Harding minding the mark, kick by Steins to the goal square. It's a mark. Certainly a Melbourne mark to Jakovich. A good one right on the goal line. And he'll shoot from only 1 metre out. The umpire just making the angle a little difficult, but he's so close he couldn't possibly miss. And he doesn't. 4 goals to Melbourne.
Well, Robbo, I know Melbourne have the breeze, and a couple of top marks set up that goal. One by Steins out at half forward when he beat Harding, and another one on the goal line by Jakovich. Melbourne have the breeze, but they were beaten in the first 5 minutes. Now all of a sudden they're 4 goals to 2 behinds, and is this going to be another day when St Kilda have the shakes in the first quarter and a big game that they must win?
Well, it's very, very important for both sides. If Melbourne are to maintain their thrust towards the finals, and if St Kilda are to stay there. Back in the centre, Harding playing loose across half back for St Kilda. Harding, of course, who played that magnificent game for Western Australia against Victoria on Tuesday night. And you also mentioned that Stuart Lowe had a few problems, Drew, after the state game on Tuesday night.
Well, Lowe's gone onto the ball here, so Spalding's a loose man as well at the other end.
Burke misses it. Harvey doesn't. Good play, Robert Harvey. Held onto it for an extra couple of seconds, which were vital. Chance there for Hilton. He's crunched to the ground. But the umpire sees it as fair. Harvey, can he get out? No, McAdam. He'll kick the Saints first. Gilbert McAdam, thank you very much. First goal for St Kilda coming about halfway through this first quarter. But they are kicking against the breeze. They're 1-2. Melbourne are 4 straight.
Well, interesting to see Stuart Lowe go onto the ball, and St Kilda work the ball out of the centre, and quick hands at half forward put McAdam in the clear. Steins with a long run at Lowe and wins the tap. Obst took a while to get rid of it. Devonport had it going forward. Clever play by Harvey. Tingay, kick smothered. Back to Harvey. He has Lovett on him, which is no easy task for the youngster Harvey. This comes to Spalding. Spalding's kick back over the centre, touched off the boot. Play on signalling the umpire like crazy. Comes to Obst. Long kick. One out is Jakovich with Grant. David Grant, brilliant play. Frawley. Danny Frawley across the ground to Nicky Winmar. He's a half-back flanker these days. Made his name really as a half-forward. Morris pushed out, will take the free kick.
You mentioned a smother before in the centre there off Melbourne boot. It was Frankie Coughlin, and that's the sort of footy that really inspires their teammates. Coughlin, not one for getting lots of possessions, but he certainly does the hard work in the crunch situations. The ball at centre half forward. Here he is a chance again. He's pushed. Play goes on. Lovett coming clear for Melbourne at half back. Kick towards half forward. Out in front, Bennett overruns it. Frawley just kicks it away. Goes after it once again. He can gather and gets his kick away despite a desperate lunge there by Beveridge. But the mark at half back taken by Dyson. Goes for the hand pass. Morris has shepherded away by Lovett. Kicked by Steins to centre half forward. The mark is taken by Devonport. Craig Devonport, who had a great start to the game over in Western Australia last year, but I think he kicked 5 goals in the first quarter. Kick goes wide from Antrobus. Mark is taken out there by Grant. Handball goes wider still. Pekin. Player there is Hilton. Now Grant at half forward. Kick towards full forward. No mark. Harvey caught. Gets the hand pass away. Punched away in turn by Bryce. Ball back in towards the centre. Caught with the football was Clark. Desperate stuff Coughlin. Lovely hand pass to Antrobus. Ran too far, but the kick slews off the side, and it's marked out there by Pekin.
Kick by Pekin. Harvey, fingertipper, couldn't take it. Grabbed by Bryce. The game has stepped up a pace in the last 5 minutes. Real desperation from both teams. Comes to Devonport, centre wing. Into the breeze he goes. Lovett climbs for Melbourne. Can't take the mark. Still after it, Lovett. Clark gets the hand pass away. Dyson. Long kick with the breeze. Low on his own. He's back near half back, having started at centre half forward. Into Burke. Burke through the dry middle. Chance for Rice. He stumbled and dropped the mark. Harvey again, beating Lovett at this time. Winmar. Caught by Obst. It spills to Steins. The umpire's blown the whistle. It was a throw. Free kick to Nicky Winmar.
Antrobus was in trouble while all that was going on in the hands of the trainers, but he's wrenched his way clear and he looks as though he's okay.
He's going to the bench, Antrobus.
Coming off the ground. Kick to full forward. Lockett! Is it paid? No, the fans are screaming. Coming out, Spalding, and he was tripped according to the umpire, and he'll take the free kick. He goes away to Stretch. Stretch's kick is a beauty, and he finds Tingay at half back for the Demons. You're right, Drew. It certainly has livened up. Kick by Tingay, marked by Stretch. That should be 50 metres. And undisciplined stuff there by Tim Pekin. Most unusual for him. And it brings the ball up near centre half forward. So Stretch, who kicks the ball beautifully. This is no exception. Jakovich can't mark. Low overruns it. You may be right. Lyon will kick a goal. Well, when I say you may be right, you mentioned before the game about Stuart Lowe suffering concussion in the state game on Tuesday night, and as late as Wednesday morning when he got off the plane, well, you can tell the story.
Well, I just know that his trip over from Perth, he wasn't all that well. And, you only have 5 days to recover from Tuesday to Saturday. And when you're sick on Wednesday, that's only 4 days ago.
Very true, and he's, he hasn't really touched the football.
Steins runs it low. Ball comes underfoot. Steins, the hand pass out, didn't really clear the area. Lovett tries one off the ground. Coughlin, he's done some hard things in the clinches. Beveridge going backwards. Over his shoulder, low, off hands to Lovett. Dishes off the hand pass. Comes to Phoebe. Offline with the kick. Grant gets back there. Kick by Phoebe, scores a behind. Melbourne looking the goods at the moment, but I think we'll wait until half-time to decide who's in front, because there is a breeze, mostly at Melbourne's back. Well, some of it at Melbourne's back, mostly across the ground. Once both teams have had use of it, we'll find out its worth. Frawley overruns. Tingay, good pickup. Good tackle by Frawley. Players going down everywhere. Harding, Simpson medalist on Tuesday night. Made it tough for Frawley, his skipper. Comes to Clark. He throws it out in front. The tackle was good. Bowie, no distance with the kick. Tingay from the boundary line. Smothered. Burke. Pekin. Short pass to Coughlin, centre wing.
Coughlin, lovely hand pass. McAdam's a chance if it'll sit for him. 50 metres from goal. Gilbert McAdam. Bang. Long kick. Goal St Kilda. What a great effort by the Saints to just work the footy from half-back along centre wing, and they persisted with the hand pass, and McAdam kicking a long goal from 50 metres out, the Saints second. They're 2-2, Melbourne 5-1. McAdam has kicked the 2 St Kilda goals. Jakovich and Lyon have kicked 2 each for Melbourne. Grinter gets through a little too easily. Up towards full forward. Out comes Grant, backs himself. Short kick, not bad. Ralph Smith, good mark. He knew there would be someone from behind. Oh, he's put Burke under enormous pressure. Ralph Smith, you must make up now, you're caught. And he's penalised. Well, Sean Ralph Smith. I wonder what Kenny Sheldon will do here. Let's see if the runner comes out. Tried very hard to create an opportunity, but certainly put Nathan Burke under enormous pressure.
Wonderful tackle by Lovett, earning the kick. Lyon. Well, Gary Lyon. Haven't the Demons missed him?
Drew, big job here. Greg Jones, number 42 for St Kilda, is his opponent. He's probably played, 3 games maybe, Greg Jones? 1, is it? This is his second?
Yep.
What a big... it's a big ask because Gary Lyon is a wonderful footballer and he certainly looks as though he's thrown off any signs of injury.
Lyon for his 3rd goal in this first quarter. What a kick!
Yes, they'll have to make a change, St Kilda. And at the moment, they've got Grant on Jakovich, Frawley on Bennett, and the inexperienced Jones. I'm not saying that young fella can't play football, but you just can't make up for experience. You've got to keep playing football many, many games to get up with the experience of Gary Lyon, and that's a worry spot for the Saints across half-back.
Well, Lyon named at centre half-back on the half-forward line. Played 106 games. Worrying times for St Kilda. 37-14 Melbourne. Beveridge, number 24. He fumbled that. You only get one chance in this game. Coghlan went through. Hilton. A hand pass wide to Bowie. Hoisted high. Out of position and might score. Just offline. And it behind. Tony Lockett hasn't had a possession as yet at full forward on Bryce. Crowd thought he'd taken a mark. Didn't they? Give the umpire plenty when he didn't count it. And the kick in finds Obst at half-back. 6-1 to 2-3, Melbourne leading. And we have 7.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Obst down the boundary line. Had nothing to work with there. Half-back to half-forward. Knocked down by Jones. Little hand pass. Lyon back to Tingay. Tingay's kicked to full forward. Jakovich with Grant. Oh, Grant did beautifully. Jakovich got rid of him, but Grant got a hand to it and was helped out in defence by Burke.
Good play by the St Kilda defence. They cleared the ball wide and the mark is taken by Pekin. Pekin's kick a little risky, but it comes off. Devonport's mark and gets around Brett Lovett. Sweeping hand pass. Ralph Smith still on the ground after that indiscretion a few minutes ago. Bryce has the hand pass. Kick to full forward. Lockett punched away by Bryce. Good play. Oh, free kick. Actually, I saw the umpire. I thought he waved play on. But then obviously there must have been something after he called the play on. And Lockett has the free kick about 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Jimmy Stein's not happy. Melbourne runner having a chat to Jay Steins. He's still wondering what the dickens is going on there, but Lockett has the football. Chance for St Kilda's 3rd. Been an entertaining first quarter in conditions down here at Moorabbin that would surprise everyone, I would think. Absolutely magnificent. Lockett allows for the breeze and kicks a goal for St Kilda. Lockett's first. McAdam has 2. The Saints get their 3rd. They're 3-3. Melbourne is 6-1.
I have a feeling we might find out how difficult goals are to score up at that end. And the 3 St Kilda goals, 2 by McAdam and that one by Lockett, absolute pure class.
Well, it's got it written all over it, hasn't it, with players of that ability. We don't doubt that. McAdam and Lockett are very, very important players for St Kilda. Grant has come out to pick up Gary Lyon, so they've made a change, the St Kilda side, and Jones has gone back to pick up Jakovich.
Ralph Smith from half-back. Beveridge leads the race. Bowie gets him in the back.
It wasn't a bad free kick because they had 2-1 there and they were going to take it away, Melbourne.
Well, Jakovich has already kicked 2 goals, so young Jones has gone on to a man who's already got the runs on the board, so he's had a tough initiation. Harding, well done. To Burke, to Ralph Smith. St Kilda behind by 16 points. Looking a bit better in the last 5 minutes. High ball by Dyson. Oh, Bennett, a climb but no mark. Love it. On the turn, Jakovich in front again. And I hate to say it, but young Jones might have his fourth kicked on him.
Yes, well, they haven't got much on the bench, really. Daniels, who is essentially a winger, half forward, not really played a lot of football in defence, Jason Daniels, and if they're going to swing a change, I wonder where they're going to pluck someone from.
Jakovich going for his third, right in front, 40 metres out. Bang, through the ball, but he hooked it. Jones, a 21-year-old from Swan Districts in Western Australia, been shunted around a bit.
Frawley kicks it into half-back. No mark taken. Could be a free kick to Tingay. A little too high. Low is still to gain a possession. Tingay from 50 metres. High kick to the front of the goal square. Bennett can't mark. Ball in a winnable position. Jakovich tackled. Let it go. Play goes on. Chance now for Winmar. The kick came out from Jones, so maybe that'll give the boy a bit of confidence. Kick by Winmar, finds Harvey. Players running everywhere for the Saints. Winmar will get it back. Lovely kick by Harvey. Over the top, McAdam. Sensational stuff. McAdam in the pocket. What can he make of this? Oh, skill. Onto the left foot. Round he goes again. Into an open goal. He's run too far. And he hit the post anyway. Certainly run too far. Amazing stuff. The goals come up. I've got to get round onto the right foot at just the extra few metres.
He had time to touch it down too.
He did, yes. Kick comes out to Spalding.
Oh, great first quarter here at Moorabbin. Lyon climbs high, no mark. Todd Viney. Crowd yelling, ball! Umpire hasn't paid any of those today. There might have been a few, but he's going to ball it up on centre wing. Umpires Gavin Dorr and Darren Goldsby. 3.5 minutes to quarter time. Harding palms to Bowie. To half forward. Melbourne 2-1. Spalding a loose man. Now that Lowe's on the ball. Spalding steers the pass. Comes up the ground here to Dyson. Dyson's kick to half forward. Lowe charges at it. Off his chest to Burke. Grant. Harvey. Started with Lovett on him. And now I think it's Grinter. Bowie, the hand pass to Coughlin is good. Frankie Coughlin, it comes back with a breeze. Yes!
It certainly wasn't the first goal, it was the 10th, and that's a bit of bad luck for somebody up here. But anyway, a terrific goal kicked there by Coughlin. Melbourne are making a change. Jay Viney coming on for stretch. So the Demons, even though they've kicked 6 goals, are still concerned about their defence, because they've let St Kilda through for 7 scoring shots against the Breeze. Steins. Winmar! Gee, it's terrific stuff when you see Winmar and McAdam in full flight. Here he is again, Gilbert. Can't get through. Oh, down goes Road, too high. Coughlin maybe the tackler. McAdam's hurt off the ball a little bit, but Road has the free kick for Melbourne. McAdam still taking a little time to regain his footing. The St Kilda runner out there. Trainers. Kick by Road. Back in towards the centre. Marking contest. No, there was no contest. A good strong mark taken by Ralph Smith right in the centre of the Moorabbin ground.
7th possession to Sean Ralph Smith. The ex-Hawk. Push out by Yates. Free kick to Hilton. Gilbert McAdam not looking too good, and the Saints need him. He kicked their first 2 goals. Jeff Hilton. Harvey leads. And led Grinter a merry dance that time, and marks in the pocket. Defensive pocket though. He centres for Winmar. Well, he's got it right in front.
Did you say he plays half back, Winmar?
I think he lined up at half back.
Did he? Tell you what, he's a terrific player, Nicky Winmar. Just under 6 foot in the old terms. Not very heavy, but by gee, covers the ground beautifully.
Nicky Winmar from 30 metres out. There's another one for the Saints.
conjecture about whether St Kilda are competitive or will be competitive if they make the final 6. Well, let's say they do. There's players like Winmar, McAdam, Lockett, Lowe. Gee, they've got some very, very exciting players in their lineup, haven't they? Well, Melbourne's lead is only 5 points, and they're kicking with the breeze, but the Saints have done a terrific job, just eating away ever so slightly. Harding has the football at half-back, kicks it straight across the ground. If it sits, it does, reasonably for Rice. Kicks it, Lyon tackles. All clear for the umpire towards full forward. Coughlin goes down, and he will receive the free kick against Brett Lovett. Held him by the jumper, if you can read the man's lips. And Brett Lovett not too happy. The umpire, Darren Goldspink. His cohort this afternoon is Gavin Dorr. Well, if Coughlin can kick this, the Saints will be in front. And we feel that they're kicking against the breeze. Could be the 12th goal of the quarter. It is not. So Frankie Coughlin, 1 goal, 1. And Melbourne lead by 4 points.
Rice kicks in, just seconds left in the first quarter. Phoebe has it at half-back for the Demons, and that is it. What a quarter of football. Melbourne 6-2-38, leads St Kilda 5-4-34.
Second quarter about to start here at Moorabbin. It was a very, very good first quarter. Melbourne kicking 6-2 to St Kilda's 5-4. Now St Kilda's chance to go with the aid of the breeze. That could have been nearly in the back against Obst. And the free kick will be taken by Brett Bowie. Bowie's first game for the year. He plays very well in the reserves, but hasn't been able to get in. Lockett can't mark. Morris can't gather. Over the top, Spalding. Chance now for Jay Viney. Caught. Ball spills to Spalding. Bryce kicks under pressure. Close to the line. It's over on the full. The free kick will be taken down here in front of the Social Club by Tim Pekin. So Saints fierce at the football. Pekin runs on. Tingay on the mark. Kick by Pekin high to centre half forward. No mark. At the back, Lockett. Handball's away. Coughlin. No one home. Spalding for Melbourne. Longer hand pass. Tingay in trouble. Handball. Pekin. Todd Viney over the top. Umpire calls for a bounce about 45 metres from the St Kilda goal. 6-2 to 5-4 early in the second term.
Well, Coughlin takes clean possession. Had no chance of getting rid of that. The umpire will ball it up again. Melbourne by 4 points. What can St Kilda do with the breeze in the second term? Low palms out. Morris took it away from Harvey, and that was socket out on the full. The culprit was Dyson, and a St Kilda free kick to Morris on the boundary line, 55 metres out.
Well, he kicked this.
Yeah, breeze at his back, but he gets some protection from the grandstand there. But I just don't think Russell Morris the greatest kick in football. This one away to the left and a behind. Got the distance all right.
Done very well this year, Russell Morris, for St Kilda, and has basically resurrected his career. The kick in by Yates goes to the left back pocket where the mark is taken by Todd Viney. Melbourne have got the job in front of them. Bryce, Yates is caught, tackled by McAdam, and eventually Yates is penalised, and the free kick will go to the exciting Gilbert McAdam. Well, we saw a goal kick from out there in the reserves. Lovely long kick by McAdam. Lockett can't mark. Hurried through in the finish by Viney. And it is a behind to St Kilda. So they're catching up at the moment with behinds. They're 5-5. Melbourne are 6-2. They're 5-6 actually. And Melbourne is 6-2. Bryce to kick in for the Demons.
Stein spoiled by Harding. Morris front of the pack. Road got in the way. Beveridge hauled aground. Hilton. Coughlin in support. Hilton well done. Wide to Rice. Centering kick. Bryce in front. A good mark. And he's done particularly well on Tony Lockett. Paul Bryce, who came to Melbourne from North this year. Relayed free down the ground. Goes to Grinter. Kick by Grinter to centre wing. Lyon. Well, he was interfered with by Grant, but still took the mark, Gary Lyon. A top player. 3 goals in the first quarter. Kick to half forward. Bennett. Been out of it so far. Taking one round the neck. Lovett, number 17. Burke. Lovett's hand pass gains 20 metres. Ralph Smith close to the boundary line. Breeze helping that out. But right on the line. It's knocked out of bounds for a throw-in.
Just forward of the centre wing for Melbourne. They lead by 2 points. Ruckman, Steins, Harding. Harding in front. Steins gets the tap out. Beveridge, quick kick, marked by Burke. Burke kicks quickly to centre half forward. Morris can't mark, punched away by Road. Morris has his football, and that could have nearly been holding it. No. Lovett, hand pass wide. Todd Viney, left foot kick. No mark taken by Grant. Ralph Smith at the back, tidies up. His 9th possession. Kick towards half forward. McAdam intelligently to Coughlin. Coughlin brilliantly tackled by Lovett, and Lovett is rewarded. There was no way known that Frankie Coughlin was going anywhere.
There's no way known he could get rid of it either. Don't know about the free kick. Got to be given a chance. Across the ground, Spalding. He goes for the bounce. Lowe catches him up. Spalding the hand pass to Tingay. Lowe still chasing. Tingay's pass to Jakovich. Good mark.
Great hands.
Difficult mark, charging straight at the ball, hands in front of face. Alan Jakovich. He's got to be told to play. No. The umpire says you can have another go, son. Two points the difference. High kick by Jakovich. Right to the goal square. Steins off the ground. A goal to Jim Steins.
Well, it was quick thinking, but gee whiz, he's about 6'6" or 6'7", Jimmy Steins, and he really is such an athletic person. And maybe it's that Gaelic football background that enables him to do some of those freakish things with the Australian rules ball. 5-6 to 7-2. Melbourne get the first goal of the second quarter. It's at centre half forward for the Demons. Lowe, Rice, Winmar. They need plenty from Nicky Winmar, the Saints. Kick towards full forward. Morris in front. What a great mark. Taken by Russell Morris, the St Kilda centre half forward. Well, he's about 40 metres out. He'll have to kick the ball at least 45 metres to score. But we saw some big goals kicked in this reserves match here from very much the same position. Good kick, Morris. Goal. Nothing wrong with that one. And Russell Morris gets his first. The Saints get their 6th. And Melbourne lead by 2 points.
That was a great mark. There was a big pack gathering.
My word.
He would have heard the pant of their breath, I reckon.
Well, I think it's the hardest thing in footy to be in front and just to have to back into a group of more than, say, 2 players, and then in the finish to take the mark. It was good work.
Hartman up a bit early. Viney out of the middle. Bennett kept out of it so far. Ralph Smith's having an outstanding game in defence for the Saints. Lyon, lightning hand pass. Tingay. Pekin. Bennett got a toe poke to it. Winmar. Well played, Winmar. Obbs trapped it and then lost it, and a throw-in. Two points the difference. 44 to 42. Melbourne in front. vital game for both teams. Bennett might have interfered. Saints fans thought he did. The hand pass came out to Frawley. That was from Bowie. Devonport. They're not coming to Devonport. Now they do through Clark. Harvey. Harvey 55 metres out. Lockett's down there with Bryce. Morris in front again, no mark. Hilton a snap. Close. The Saints back in front.
St Kilda lead by 4 points. A goal by Jeff Hilton. And he was where all those forward pocket, half-forward flankers should be when the marking contest is on. Down on the ground to pick up the crumbs, and he did it perfectly. A lovely kick over his left shoulder, and the snapshot was perfect. St Kilda by 4 points. Ralph Smith goes straight through him. Grant handball back. Low. Harvey, who is such a creative player. Pass is okay to Coughlin. Looking to play on. Really hasn't gone over the man on the mark, so he gets the chance now. He's still well guarded by Dyson, but gets his kick away towards full forward. Morris! What a wonderful mark, Morris. Well, the man who was, I think everyone thought was put out of football through a very heavy tackle in Brisbane quite a few years ago. And what a performance by this man to just get himself back on top in AFL football. He's kicked one. Similar angle to earlier in the quarter. He has now kicked another behind. 1 goal, 2 to Russell Morris. Only centimetres in that. The wind is blowing across the face of those goals down at that left-hand end. Basically blowing into that right forward pocket. Kick in by Rode. Gets good distance. And Harding nearly took the mark. Yes, it's been paid. No advantage. Frankie Coughlin was away with the football. The ball will come back to Paul Harding. About 55 metres from the Saints' goal. The kick in short. Devonport marks. He's a few metres closer. It certainly has improved the angle. Devonport, who relishes the opportunity to have a shot for goal. St Kilda lead by 5 points. Kick short, no mark to Lockett, ball at the back, and it goes over before Peter Rode can do much with it. So it's another behind to St Kilda. 7-8 plays, 7-2.
Close to the boundary line. Phoebe, hand pass is intercepted by Rice. Bowie, caught in the tackle but gets rid of it. Hilton goes high, and Viney will take the free kick. Todd Viney from Melbourne had a great year. Short of the wing, Steins in front. Coughlin, what a terrier he's been. Going to be a free kick to Melbourne, advantage paid to Lovett. All of a sudden he finds Grinter out clear. He centres to Jakovich. In front, 30 metres out. Round the corner he goes. Great play, Alan Jakovich. What a goal.
I think what made that kick even better than it looked was the fact that Jones nearly had him by the jumper, and under pressure, just a little off balance with the awkward footing that he had, and he's still able to kick it on a bit of an angle and thread it through for his 3rd goal. 8-2 plays 7-8, and a fantastic game of football down here at Moorabbin. Steins gets it away. Nathan Burke at half-back. Handball too fierce for Harvey. Dispossessed by Viney. Lyons kick towards centre forward. Mark Frawley. And Darren Bendel will know he's played a game of football against the St Kilda captain, Danny Frawley. Kick towards the centre wing position, and the mark is taken by Stephen Phoebe.
Bennett hasn't bothered the stats men or the scorers yet.
No, well, that's it. The very, very dour player is Danny Frawley. Kick towards half forward. Grinter, left foot kick across his body. Jones in front. Well played. Short kick. He's effective, and the mark is taken by Burke.
Burke on the bounce to Harding at halfback. Into Frawley. Frawley running off Bennett. Up to centre half forward. McAdam looked around to see what his opponent was doing. Lovett. Steins. Good play. Tingay, but he gave it away to Winmar. Winmar's left footer inside half forward. Morris and Lockett there. Lockett's had just 2 touches. Spalding gets it away from Morris. Safety of out of bounds. Lowe and Lockett have had 5 touches between them. Lockett 1 goal. Steins against Morris. Clean possession, Jim Steins. He was confident then. Free kick to Melbourne.
Lucky. Beveridge was in all sorts of trouble when Steins gave him the hand pass. And the umpire has awarded a free kick against Robert Harvey. Beveridge is in the back pocket. Short kick. Lyon overruns it. Viney getting lots of possessions. Grinter tries to get it out. Pekin, Bowie. Tackle is by Tingay, a little too high. So Bowie will take the free kick for St Kilda. Brett Bowie, forward of the wing, looking for Grinter to be penalised. Now he kicks it long in towards the forward pocket. Lockett. Oh, he got his hands on it in the back. Bowie coming off the ground as Lockett takes the free kick. 35 metres out on a little bit worse than 45 degrees. Andrews comes back onto the ground. And Lockett, it may be his second goal from free kicks. Scores are level at the moment. 8-2 the Demons, 7-8 St Kilda. 12 minutes left in the second term. Lockett kicks and misses. 1 goal, 1 to Tony Lockett. Stuart Lowe yet to put anything beside his name as far as goals and behinds are concerned. Kick in marked by Viney. In turn, the pass is okay. It's marked by Stephen Phoebe, just backward of the centre wing.
11.5 minutes to go to half-time. Kick by Phoebe. Low climbs. Well, if he was at all dizzy before the game, that would have made him dizzy. Harding. St Kilda by a point. Kick by Harding. Steins getting back there and marks for Melbourne. Their best this year by a mile, Jim Steins. Well, Viney would be a place getter. Lyon sets himself for this and takes the mark comfortably in front of Grant. Open forward line for Melbourne. Jakovich 1 out with his opponent. Jakovich leads left. Kick dropping short. Clark takes the mark on Burke. Clark on the 50-metre line. Jakovich working hard at full forward, giving him options. He's run his legs off without looking like getting a touch. Yeah,
he's not a bad kick, Stephen Clark, so we'll soon see whether he can get any penetration here.
No. Lowe's back there, but Jones in front takes the mark. Well, Jones, 5 possessions, although his opponents have kicked a stack of goals. Antrobus. Burke. Devonport. Good working of the ball by St Kilda out of defence. Down the outer wing. Good chasing by Clark, who was the man who had the shot for goal. Comes to the back of the pack. Tingay. Hurried kick. Bit of a blue on behind play. 2 players over there not interested in the ball. Didn't bother Burke. He steers it to full forward. Winmar marks. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, had it spent and spilt it over the line.
Oh, I think he was like you, Drew. He had it in his arms, away, and had kicked it all into one motion. Except he didn't gather the footy. Steins doing well. Quiet start, but certainly having an effect now. Obst, Spalding, Todd Viney. Back in towards the centre, too far for Lovett. Chopping it off was Ralph Smith. Kick towards full forward mark to Bryce. In front of Lockett. Well done, Paul Bryce. Handballs away to Steins. Steins has got Todd Viney. Loose at half back. In turn, he looks for Brett Lovett. Ralph Smith, well done. Over the top, thumps it away. Boundary throw in centre wing. Quite near the St Kilda players' race.
Unfashionable Sean Ralph Smith. Struggled for games, going well here. 11 posies.
Steins to Stephen Phoebe. Left foot kick by that player to half forward. Lyon. Grant the tackler. Low to gather. Handball back. Lyon's in the action. No. Picked off by Harvey. Lovely little hand pass to Frawley. In turn over the top to Harding. No. Yes. Now Winmar. Back to Frawley. Great play St Kilda. What can Frawley do? He kicks it straight towards the goal. Lockett. Great play. And you can't beat that quick penetrating kick, can you, Drew? It certainly puts the defence under pressure.
And when the fullback passes to the full forward, you can't beat that. Well played, Danny Frawley.
Well, he is I consider him to be the best captain in the competition, Danny Frawley. He just leads from the front week in, week out, doesn't he? Biting, scratching, chasing, harassing. But here it is with Lockett. Directly in front, only, 20 metres out. Saints lead by a point. It could be 7 points. It is 7 points. Lockett gets his second goal. St Kilda 8-9, lead Melbourne 8-2. We've got 7 3/4 minutes left in the second term.
And back at halfback, Danny Frawley gave the ball. He followed up. There were a couple of more possessions. Winmar gave it back to Danny Frawley. And with the breeze, a long kick, and the Ballarat boys combined, Frawley to Lockett, goal.
The Spud Farmer and the Greyhound trainer. What a combination.
St Kilda leading by 7, so they certainly haven't shaken off the Demons in this quarter. They trail by 4 going into the turn. Here's Winmar playing on the ball. Round the corner, Harding. Ralph Smith take a free kick, nothing doing. Steins. Harding gets back. No mark. Oh, well played by Viney. Hit that at 100 miles an hour. Keeps the pass low. Jakovich from behind, he gets it. And misses. And Greg Jones was breathing a sigh of relief then. He played in front, dropped the mark. I think he turned around and thought his opponent was going to waltz in and kick his fourth.
Jones kicks into the near side. Clark in front, but Frawley marks quite convincingly. Look to give the hand pass away. Kick smothered. Lyon will take a free kick against Frawley. And not much you can do about that, Danny. It was fair and square. Free kick to Gary Lyon. Kick into the pocket. Gatherers by Jakovich. Gives away yardage. Back to Grinter. Grinter's kick across to centre half forward. No mark taken. Brett Lovett showed a lot of courage to get into the contest and hold the ball in for Melbourne about 30 metres out from their goal. 8-3 Melbourne. 8-9 St Kilda. So if the Demons can get a goal out of this contest, we could have the scores all tied up once again. Harding kicks the ball back in towards the centre. Coughlin, good gather. Good hands. Burke. High kick. Centre half forward. Morris! Classical mark, Russell Morris. Kick across his left shoulder. Lockett tries to hold out Bryce. Down comes the ball to Hilton. Good pressure put on by Yates. Hilton gets the hand pass back to Rice. Rice's kick is high. McAdam can't mark. Jay Viney punches the ball away. And it goes over in front of Yates. And Hilton for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for St Kilda.
St Kilda 3-2 in this quarter to lead by 7 points. Comes to Clark. The Rover out of defence. Straight up the centre of the ground. Low. Can't mark. Beveridge, a clever tap for Lyon. One-touch football, Gary Lyon. Measured off the options. Viney was one, the best one. Love it. Jakovich works to the front. Oh, good mark.
I tell you, he's playing a fantastic game for Melbourne. Todd Viney.
Yep.
He's in everything, one end of the ground to the other, just carrying, and
18
doing a lot of hard work
possessions
too.
at 5 minutes before half-time, Todd Varney. But Jakovich, who kicked a century in the SANFL last year, well, he's been a better AFL player this year than the man who kicked 150. Who was Scott Hodges. Jakovich kicked for goal. Oh, it sneaks in. No, the umpire said it didn't. Actually, that's 3 goals, 3 to Jakovich.
And Grinter is off the ground, Drew, for Melbourne. And Simon Eishold having his first run for the afternoon.
Jakovich, 5 marks. He's been pretty dominant up there.
Devonport takes the kick in, kicks it high, back towards the wing. Steins from the back, can't mark, gathers it okay. Away to Clark, he's got pace over that first 10 metres. The kick across centre half forward, Beveridge underneath it. Grant the tackler, worried him out of it, but Beveridge has got a chance once again. No, he can't get the footy. David Grant, too desperate, flips it out to Harvey. Harvey somehow found some space to get the handball away to Winmar. Winmar's kick, Hilton can't mark. Yates, good work. Ball still in play, could be penalised, Yates, he will be. And the free kick will go to Hilton, forward of centre wing for the Saints. Close to time on in the second term. Hilton's kick to centre half forward. Steins over the top, can't mark. Ball to the back. No possession by Phoebe. Coming in as Antrobus. Chipped off Harvey. In goes Eishold. Tough, strong, good play, Simon Eishold. Handball away to Steins. In turn wider to Yates. Handball over the top, Obst. He's caught, brilliantly caught by Rice. And the umpire was brilliant because he let Antrobus get it, take it away, but the mark taken by Spalding. Fantastic football at Moorabbin by both sides. Spalding's kicking towards the centre's been marked by Viney. Coming up for possession number 21, and still 5 or so minutes left to half-time.
Love it. Kick smothered. Low in with a chance for the Saints. Off the ground, Phoebe to Bennett, his first touch. Back to Clark. Clark's kicked to full forward. Jakovich again. He stopped and propped. Alan Jakovich for number 4. Well played, son.
Tell you what, the recruiting officer that picked him up spotted a real good player. It took him a little while to settle into this Melbourne side, but we mentioned earlier in the game that he kicked a bundle of goals in rounds, 14, 15, 16 and 17, and he's got 4 so far before half-time in this very important match as Brett Lovett is taken off the ground for Melbourne.
And he's kicked 60 in the reserves too, Jakovich.
Unbelievable. 2 3/4 minutes left until half-time. Steins high. Todd Viney, 23 possessions. Chance for Beveridge. Is he too quick for Burke? Burke tackles, he didn't have the football. Beveridge will take the free kick. 50 metres from goal. Doesn't live far from the Moorabbin Oval, Luke Beveridge. Down in Bentley. Kick towards half forward. No mark to Lyon. Winmar overruns it. Desperate stuff now. Chance for Clark. Held but he didn't have it. No. Dropping the ball. Well, I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's certainly not dropping the ball, but it's a free kick to St Kilda, and Harding and Antrobus combine to clear the ball for the Saints.
Rice marks at centre wing. State player for Victoria during the week. Morris, who's been superb in the air and giving Spalding some sort of a run around. 4 marks to Morris. Long kick. Lockett behind. He's a chance. Coughlin. McAdam. Number 3 for Gilbert McAdam.
Well, it's a great game of footy, isn't it, Drew? I think we came down here expecting the worst as far as ground conditions are concerned, but we saw something like about 43 goals kicked in the reserves. St Kilda 25 to Melbourne about 13 or 14. And so far in this match we've seen 18 kicked before half-time. St Kilda 9-9, Melbourne 9-4. A minute and a half left in the second term. High was low. Defensive side of the pack was Eishold. Jones for St Kilda. Long kick. Out there in a 50-50 winnable position and taken over by Jay Viney. Boundary throw in just forward of the wing, favouring St Kilda. 9-9 to 9-4. St Kilda lead by 5 points. Punch by Antrobus, doing the ruck work against his opponent, Jimmy Steins, the fellow number 11. Kick towards half forward, no mark taken. Punched away by Spalding. Boundary throw in just inside 50 for St Kilda.
Might have been a bit harsh on Earl Spalding. He's taken 4 marks and had 10 possessions himself. Here's Viney again. He's going to have 50 if he keeps this up. And a paddle on too. Eichel. Lyon. Just one touch footy every time, Gary Lyon. Ball out on the full. Now, 29 seconds left. Can the Saints get another one before half-time? They lead by 5 points. Nicky Winmar just forward of centre wing. Steins over the back. Fine mark. Now time's probably out for the Saints. Can Melbourne get one? Dyson. Low is there. Bennett punches. Winmar and Obst. Harding goes backwards. Devonport to Antrobus. Siren goes for half-time. Well, both teams have had this breeze. Is it mostly a cross, or what is it? But what a game it is. Just one kick in it. St Kilda by 5 points at half-time. 9-9 to 9-4. Start of the second half here at Moorabbin. 5 points the difference. The Saints in front. A few positional changes. Frawley's gone back to Jakovich for one. Steins wins in the middle to Viney, who had an outstanding first half, and here he goes again. That's 24 possessions. Bennett taps up the ground. Jakovich. Frawley just back on him. Jakovich kicks another one.
Well, it was the quick kick by Todd Viney, combination with the big ruckman Steins at the centre bounce, but certainly some good work by Darren Bennett. He's had a fairly ordinary half a game so far, but a little tap on was to the advantage of Jakovich. Maybe a lucky bounce. Frawley coming out from fullback, rushing hard at it, and Jakovich in the finish into an open goal, made no mistake to get his 5th. 10-4 to 9-9. The Demons in front. Clark. McAdam can't run him down. Clark's pretty quick. Kick out wide at half forward. Bennett tries to tap it to Tingay's advantage. St Kilda get clear. Harding. Bowie. One way then the other. Forced to kick with the left foot. Up towards half forward. Chopping it off is Yates. Left foot kick by Yates. Back towards centre wing. High over the pack. What a good mark taken by Harding. Handballs it away. Chance now for Grant. Grant's kick towards half forward. And a good mark taken by Jimmy Steins, getting back quickly to fill that gap at centre half back.
Harding and Steins swapping marks 60 metres apart. Steins to Road, up to half forward, and Jones takes a mark. Well, that's encouraging from the West Australian recruit. Bowie to Harvey, 55 metres out from goal. Oh, not a great hand pass. Pekin, they've lost it. Jay Viney had a couple of choices. Comes to Eichel. Long kick with the breeze to half forward. Bennett. Nothing doing there. The umpire will ball it up. Well, I gave encouragement to Jones because it was Bennett who tapped the ball across to Jakovich in the opening 30 seconds of this quarter. Well, poor Greg Jones hasn't been able to take a trick. Started on Lyon, then had Jakovich. They kicked lots of goals on him. And now here he goes getting a kick. So that was good for him. 21-year-old from Swan Districts. Out to centre wing. Dyson to Eichel. To the pocket. Love it. It cleared him. Ralph Smith sees it out.
He's a hard man, Sean Ralph Smith. He's an awkward-looking person running over the ground, but certainly quite effective. He's had 6 kicks and 6 hand passes on that half-back flank. Ball flipped out the back. Brett Lovett can't take control of the football. Jones is caught. Good work by Grant. Grant, who's been a fantastic player for St Kilda right throughout the season. Coughlin marks, runs up towards the centre. Handball nice to Rice. Away to Lowe. He's got Harvey inboard. Kicks it straight towards goal. Lockett at the back. Oh, good mark, Bryce. And he clears for Melbourne. Wide to half back. The mark is taken by Phoebe. He in turn kicks it to Obst. Harvey quickly, but Obst gets the kick away. Mark is taken by Clark. No, play on. He's quick though. Handball over the top. Beveridge running with the flight of the ball. Dispossessed by Harvey. Harvey's got the football underneath. Now Burke. Away to Lowe. Lowe's kick should be marked and is marked. Back there by Earl Spalding. Plays on quickly. Kicks with the left foot. In towards centre forward. Good mark. Jimmy Stones. Handballs away. Clark. Running beautifully. Up towards full forward. Jakovich. Too far underneath it. Kicked off the ground. Wide by Harding.
Actually, Jakovich should have taken that mark. Harding, a great pickup by this week's Simpson medalist. The hand pass goes out. He was tripped, said the umpire, and he'll take a free kick. Look at those stats. 19 possessions, 7 marks. Continuing on from Tuesday night, Paul Harding. Short to Frawley. Kick by Danny Frawley. The opponent went across his leg. High climb by Morris, but no mark. Comes to the back. Jay Viney, the hand pass clear. Clark under pressure. Jay Viney again. A mighty torpedo kick inside half forward. Bennett gets through him. Lyon, the first time today, had a bit of a fumble. Harding taps up the ground. Beveridge caught in Grant's tackle. Bennett up short of the goal square. Juggled mark by Ralph Smith.
Can he play some fair games for St Kilda, Sean Ralph Smith, and he's played about 11 or 12 so far this year. The kick goes wide and it's marked by Grant at left half back. Transfers play to the centre, a little risky, but Devonport marks. Handball over the top. Running beautifully off the back line is Nathan Burke. He approaches the wing and kicks it to centre half forward. Marking contest. Steins gets back. Handball attempted by Coughlin. Could have been deemed a throw. Kick back out by Jay Viney. No one home for Melbourne. Harding's a chance. The ball finds difficulty in sitting, but now it does. And picked up by Harding. Lovely short pass to Bowie. Bowie first went for the handball, then kicks it long towards full forward. In front, Bryce. Out the back, Lockett. Can't crash his way through. McAdam will kick a goal for St Kilda, though. Gilbert McAdam brings the St Kilda fans to their feet. He kicks his 4th. The Saints get their 10th. And they lead by 5 points. There's terrific stuff, this football down here between these two sides that are both very desperate for a victory. And eventually the St Kilda persistence paying off. Bowie, one of the key players. Harding, of course, but it's finished off by McAdam. Lockett having a little difficulty back there with Paul Bryce.
Back to where we started at half-time with a 9-point lead to the Saints. A goal each this quarter. Breeze not as strong as it was earlier in the day. Melbourne have it in this third quarter, but it's mostly a cross as well as at Melbourne's back. Coughlin pulled down by Steins. Winmar gave the hand pass away. Tingay. High ball, wide. Harding back there again. Support from Frawley. Paul Harding. Round the corner. Devonport, a good hand pass into Ralph Smith. Now to Pekin. Pekin just run down by Eishold. Todd Viney, crunch to the ground.
Free kick.
Tackle was high.
Well, it was a bit too crude, I think. Most times the umpires do give free kicks in those circumstances. Todd Viney coming up for his 24th possession. Up towards centre half forward. Lyon appealing for the mark. Not paid, and the umpire will bounce the football just inside 50 metres. Gary Lyon not happy with that decision. Still having a chat to Darren Goldspink. Paul Harding in the background there to do the ruck work against Darren Bennett. Bennett gets the tap out, but Lovett picks it off. Goes back to Tingay. He's had quite a few possessions on that wing. Kick across centre half forward. Clark, quick. Can't get away though. Rice was the tackler. Dyson caught. Ball comes to the back. Rice is into it again. Obst. Rice still got it. Tackled by Clark. And the umpire will call for a bounce. St Kilda fans not too happy. But one gets the impression that that was probably the best decision because there was some desperate stuff there by all players at the football.
This is like a final in July, isn't it?
Well, it really is, I suppose, because well, certainly for Melbourne, if they lose, they just go back further into the ruck. And the Saints, of course, are a chance to stay in the finals race. The ball knocked away, back close to the boundary line. Kicked over on the full by Devonport. So the free kick to be taken by Dyson, just forward of the 50-metre line. Dyson, of course, who was picked up in the draft. Tried about 2 or 3 league teams before he eventually finished up at Melbourne. What a beautiful kick. That's a goal. That's the way to do it. Absolutely no nonsense stuff there by Kevin Dyson. Getting the free kick from a hurry kick by Devonport that went out on the full, and Dyson from about 50 metres made no mistake. Pekin has come off for St Kilda, replaced by Daniels, and Melbourne wrest the lead away from the Saints once again.
Steins crashes in and beats low in ruck. Comes to Obst. His kick off the side of the boot out very wide. Lovett giving chase with Ralph Smith. Lovett kept it going for Melbourne. Great play. Jakovich. Oh, well, look at this. Across the face of goal. And it looked as though it was a certainty to be out of bounds. Lovett did well. Devonport this time does keep it in. Daniels just on the ground takes his first mark. Away to Burke. Over the top to Bowie. The Saints running out of defence. Too slow Bowie. Run down by Clark. Grabbed by Lyon. Lyon's left footer. Jakovich in front and Bennett. Jakovich takes it.
I tell you what, their forward line's working a lot better, isn't it? They've got Bennett out. He is a little bit of a, decoy maybe. He hasn't had many touches. But Jakovich is much more mobile up at full forward.
Very speedy customer. A Dunstall type, really moves around
very
well.
Talented, yes. He just holds himself very well up there.
Alan Jakovich has kicked 5. He's kicked 84 for the season, firsts and reserves. This is for 90, and he's kicked it. So what a surprise packet he's been. I suppose he shouldn't surprise us. A man who kicked a century in the SANFL last year. But he leads the reserves goal kickers with 60 and now has 30 in the seniors.
Well, I suppose it all came from Brett Bowie just being a little slow, but one wonders whether there was enough talking there to let him know that he had to kick it quickly. He was caught, Melbourne pounced, and Jakovich gets his 6th goal. The Demons lead by 7 points halfway through the 3rd term. The dominance of Jay Steins at the centre bounce. This time they can't get away. McAdam could have been around the neck. Kick by Daniels to half forward. Bounce favours Beveridge. He's able to collect his thoughts, and then the punt kick towards centre half forward. Bennett can't mark. McAdam in the centre. Leaves it behind. Beveridge very hard at the football. Beautiful pass. Jakovich has got it again. And he is absolutely slaughtering the St Kilda defence, Alan Jakovich. Even Danny Frawley having difficulty keeping up with him. And this could be his 3rd goal in this 3rd term.
Actually, Frawley has struggled more than anybody else, because this will be 3 and 10 minutes on Frawley.
No trouble with the distance. He's only about 30 metres out on a slight angle. Alan Jakovich. Kick for goal is close. It's there. Jakovich has now kicked 7 goals, 3. And we're only halfway through the 3rd term.
Now, you saw a little bit of an incident at half-time when apparently Danny Frawley indicated to Jakovich he thought there was a bit of lightness there inside the jumper. Well, he's giving him the greatest fix-up of all time at the minute.
It's the best way to answer anyone who wants to tell you how good or bad or indifferent you are. Just keep getting the football and kicking goals.
Bit of a spurt by the Demons, inspired by Jakovich at the pivot. Grant, under pressure, kick smothered. Daniels, first half on the bench. Lyon, little left footer. Well, little, it covers about 40 metres. Grabbed by Harding. There's Burney. Out wide, Devonport. Short pass to McAdam. Saints looking to wrest control back from the Demons, who have it at the moment. Melbourne leading by 13 points. McAdam's kick high and nobody there for the Saints. Steins takes the mark. Well, Steins and Harding doing as they please at opposite ends of the ground. Steins 7 marks and 23 possessions. Yates has had a bad one. And he's lost it to Lowe, holding the ball. Graham Yates has had just 2 touches. Stuart Lowe from 55 metres. Up high for Lockett. Well, there are about 4 of them back there on him. And Steins marks. There were 4 Melbourne players on Tony Lockett. And Steins has got it again.
Handball to Beveridge. Beveridge has kicked. Lyon holds his footing and marks over the top of Grant. Left foot kick up towards half forward. Bennett can't mark. Viney running onto it, but good play by Harding. Can't get through. Then he's held without it. The advantage will be paid. Rice and Devonport. Devonport caught. Rice caught. Gets the handball away. Punched away by Obst. Gathered by Grant. He's caught with the football. Couldn't do anything with it, according to the umpire. And we'll have a bounce just forward of centre wing, favouring St Kilda. Saints need a goal. They trail 10-9 to 13-4. Steins magnificent in the ruck. Harvey tries to rush through. Steins nearly intercepted the hand pass. Now Rice. Kick across his body's pretty good, but it's going to be marked back there by Spalding. And he's had a pretty good battle back there with Russell Morris. Road, back to Spalding, running across centre half back. Now kicks it high towards the wing. No mark taken. Ball with Daniels, gets his handball away. Winmar swoops on the football. Hilden, short pass, Lockett too far, but McAdam at the back marks. Close to the ground, but the umpire wasn't far away. And he's awarded the mark to Gilbert McAdam.
Peter Road absolutely certain that was a bounce ball.
McAdam, 4 marks, 9 kicks, 2 hand passes. But more importantly, if he kicks this, he's now kicked 5. Good kick, 5 goals, Gilbert McAdam. 5 goals straight to the former Central Districts player. And St Kilda get a badly needed goal. They're 11-9-75. They trail Melbourne, who are 13-4-82.
Demons by 7 points. Steins, brilliant in the ruck. Stuart Lowe's doing most of the ruck work for St Kilda. Bennett, hardly sighted in the first half, in fact touchless. Long kick from about 70 metres. Oh, Frawley touched it to perfection.
That was a very important mark, that.
Danny Frawley breaks away. Goes for Lowe. Lowe punches down from behind. Winmar round the corner. Rice with Steins. Well, Jim Steins, his stats, well, what a year he's had. He's had 8 marks and 25 possessions. You can see Dean Rice, he's going all right too with 16, but Steins 25 possessions. And Harding been one of St Kilda's best at the other end. Here's Rice for his 17th. In front, Road takes the mark.
Good one too by Peter Road then.
Just over 10.5 minutes to go to 3/4 time. Kick by Road. Bennett using his hip. Ralph Smith came across the pack. Bowie back to Harding near the centre of the ground. McAdam. Gilbert McAdam. Oh, he's crunched to the ground by Eichel. McAdam in there again for it. And now he's holding the ball.
Oh, now that's a bit tough. That really was a bit tough. There's a player making the play. Got knocked to the ground. Went after it again. Got the footy. And he's penalised for all of his endeavour. Terrific stuff by McAdam, and in the finish penalised. The free kick goes to Todd Viney. Great mark taken by Jakovich. He's played some sort of a game, hasn't he, Alan Jakovich? 7 goals, 3. His 8th mark. And I just had a look before. This is only his 7th game for the year. Well, it took him a while to break into the Melbourne team. But since then, he's just gone from strength to strength. I wouldn't think he'd have too much trouble with the distance. A pretty good drop punt by Alan Jakovich is another goal. 8 goals, 4 in this quarter. 14-4 plays 11-9.
An incredible performance by Alan Jakovich. He's got the pace to beat any opponent they've put on him. Frawley's had 4 kicked on him this quarter. Earlier on it was Greg Jones, who's playing just his second league game, but Frawley a different matter, and Jakovich is giving him a runaround. Steins wins another one in the middle. Eichhold. Beveridge had to wait for that one. Comes back after it, Luke Beveridge. Brilliant play. Harding, superb for the St Kilda, and round the corner and Winmar takes the mark.
That was desperate, wasn't it, by Paul Harding?
What a week he's had. Steins again. Lowe can't take the mark. Been a poor day for Stewie Lowe. He tries to knock on. Viney, been great. The hand pass astray. Winmar hit it hard. Oh, caught. Had no chance at the umpire.
And that probably is one where he could have been penalised. If you gather the ball and try and back yourself getting through the tackle, and the tackle retards you, you should be given the free kick against you.
I would have thought to be spun around 360 like that, you're gone.
Ruck contest, Lyon over the top. Obst, beaten for it by Winmar. Taken away by Nathan Burke. Good shepherd by his counterpart Rice. Mark taken by Road at half-back for Melbourne. And he's not doing such a bad job, Peter Road. Nice kick too. Centre half forward, the rebound. Bennett taps it away. In goes Bennett again. Chance for Beveridge, tries to get the handball wide. Gathered by Devonport, he's caught, but he gets the handball away to Grant. Grant runs through, past Clark, then kicks it wide to a vacant wing position. Phoebe takes the ball over in front of Harvey, and we'll have a boundary throw in. And Stephen Phoebe, given the job on Robert Harvey, has shut that player out of the game. Harvey, very, very effective earlier on in the game. Steins is caught. Coughlin looks for the free kick. Phoebe kicks it to half forward. Gatherers by Lovett. Round onto the right foot. Pass is brilliant. Marcus taken by Bennett. Melbourne growing in stature with every minute of this game. Kick wide. Jakovich can't mark. Ball hits the ground. Daniels first back for St Kilda. Tackled by Jakovich, too fierce. Daniels will take the free kick. And it looked pretty obvious from here.
Alan Jakovich not too pleased with the decision. I don't think there's much doubt. Across the face of goals to Devonport. Saints will have this breeze in the last quarter, but it's by no means a gale. Melbourne have outplayed them this term. Frawley up the ground. Coughlin. Phoebe ridden into the ground by McAdam. Little hand pass, Obbs to Steins. Steins pushed off his kick. Lyon, another one-touch play. No whistle. Bennett gets the hand pass away. Shot by Beveridge. Another one. 19-point lead to the D's.
Yes, well, they've dominated this third term through the big number 11, the Brownlow medal favourite. Jimmy Steins hasn't done his chances any damage whatsoever, particularly in this third quarter. He is absolutely dominated around that centre bounce, and that's where Melbourne have gained all of their momentum, taking it away. Jakovich kicking 4, and then another one through Beveridge. Bounce favours Lowe, but Steins takes it away again. He can't get through. Lowe tries to tap it to his team's advantage. Bowie gathers that awkward little ball. Left foot kick towards full forward. Bryce in front, and he's going to take the free kick. Lockett from behind, interfering with the Melbourne fullback. Handballs it away to Stephen Phoebe. Phoebe's kicked wide towards the wing. Daniels punches it away from Viney. Gathered beautifully by McAdam. McAdam's short kick marked by Morris, just between centre and centre half forward. Goes long, drop punt kick holds up in the breeze. Bryce in front, can't mark. Spalding at the back. Sweeping hand pass, finds Tingo. Gets past McAdam and kicks it long, out towards the wing. No mark taken. Punched away now, Viney. Close to the boundary line. Gathered by Daniels. Hand pass to Morris. Shows it to Steins and then runs away from the big fellow. Gets it back again, Morris. And gets through beautifully. Handball over the top. Bowie. Harvey. Robert Harvey may even kick a goal. It's close. It bounces just to the left of the big goalpost through 4, one behind. St Kilda 11-10. Trail Melbourne 15-4. The difference in favour of Melbourne is 18 points. And it's been a terrific game down here at Moorabbin right from the start. Yates to bring it back in for the D's.
In this quarter, Melbourne 6 goals straight to St Kilda's 2-1 as Phoebe takes the mark. And of those 6 straight, Jakovich has 4. Phoebe short pass. Road to centre half forward and Bennett. Oh, great mark. Hands forward, backside out. Kept his opponent at bay. Bennett to Jakovich. Sprints to the lead again. Frawley underneath the ball. Jakovich, a left footer. Offline. And that's his first miss for the day. Well, first miss for this quarter. Actually, he's got now 8-4. 19 points the margin again with 4 minutes 40 to go to three-quarter time.
I think he probably thought then, Drew, that everything was happening for him, so to throw it on your boot and see what happens. But there are a couple of players loose that he could have given it away to. But anyway, never mind. Rice now kicks it towards the centre wing. Marked by Dyson, and he kicks Melbourne back to within scoring distance. Ball bounces awkwardly for Frawley. Beveridge, a lovely little sneaky hand pass. Clark will kick another one. It's raining goals at Moorabbin, and Stephen Clark kicks his second goal, and Melbourne get their 16th. 16-5, plays 11-10. Well, what can you say? Maybe Dean Rice under a little bit of pressure, 50 metres from goal. Kicks it, gives it away. It's what they call now the turnover. And it's turned over too easily. In goes Dyson with a long kick. A little awkward for Danny Frawley. And then the ball finishes with Clark. He's got pace to burn, Stephen Clark, and he made no mistake.
Well, St Kilda have got Harding back on the ball because something had to be done to stop Steins. And the umpire's going to ball it up again. Stuart Lowe's been playing on the ball and he's had a poor day. Lowe, 2 marks, 8 possessions. Steins with Harding. Comes to Rice. To half forward. Road dives at the ball and marks. Steins and Harding both played state footy on Tuesday. Steins in a losing Victorian team in Brisbane. Harding a winning West Australian team in Perth. Viney's kick to Jakovich. Almost a top mark at full stretch. He was looking for something, nothing doing. The ball now out of play, a throw in.
Gee, that would have been a fantastic mark. It's always difficult running at full speed. But to snatch it out of the air with a one grab, it would have been a great effort by Alan Jakovich. 8 goals for. Boundary throw in. Interfering there was Bennett. And the free kick will go back there to Harding, who has battled his heart out for St Kilda. 7 marks and 25 possessions. Short kick. Finds Jones. Run on quickly. He does. Kicks it long towards centre half forward. Time on period in the third quarter. Saints a chance. Rice away to Coughlin. Coughlin, short pass. Unselfish play, Frankie Coughlin. He could have nearly kicked it himself, but he's given it to the burly full forward, who has the chance to kick his 3rd goal. He's only had 3 kicks.
I think Frankie grinned and said, "You owe me one in the social club tonight."
Well, Lockett, his 2 goals have come from free kicks, questionable ones. There's Stuart Lowe in the foreground, who has had a very average day by his standards. Lockett's only 30 metres out, directly in front, and he makes no mistake. So 3 goals, 1 from 4 kicks to Tony Lockett. The Saints get their 12th goal. They trail by 19 points. And it was again, Paul Harding. I mean, he really has got a heart as big as himself, Paul Harding. A couple of times in the last 2 or 3 years, he's been tempted to move back to Western Australia. Saints have kept him here. Thank goodness for St Kilda.
Steins faces Harding again. Harding wins this one. Melbourne, little men at the ground. Viney, kick there smothered. Lovett caught. Comes back to Viney again. Just kick it anywhere. Steins over the top. Superb. Love it. To Viney again. Viney to full forward. Clark running into the hole. Stephen Clark for another goal.
Missed.
Hit the post. Well, you wouldn't credit that.
Gary Lyon could have had a lick at that as well, but he allowed to leave it for Stephen Clark, and he hit the post. St Kilda combined. Gee, they may have messed this up. Tingay from 50 metres. Stephen Tingay's lob kick. Lyon. No, it's over for a behind. And the umpire coming in to make sure the boys don't get too tangled up there. Gary Lyon and Frankie Coughlin. But a behind will go onto the scoreboard for Melbourne. 16-7 to 12-10. The kick in comes to Grant at half-back, 50 metres from the Melbourne goal. Short pass is okay. Rice marks. Handball onto Ralph Smith, who in turn goes to Morris. A little awkward, but he gathered it nicely. Kicks it to full forward. Lockett out of position. Spalding gets back to help Bryce out and gives the hand pass away to Yates. Yates in the right back pocket. 2 touches to the ground by Graham Yates. The kick wide to the wing, and the mark is taken out there by Beveridge. Beveridge with plenty of space. St Kilda Rovers not manning up. Good mark taken by Bennett, and he's starting to come into the game. That could be a worry for St Kilda. Another tall forward for Melbourne being effective.
70-metre kick by Bennett. Oh, Jakovich. Yes, another mark. What a gymnast. Alan Jakovich looking for his 5th goal for the quarter. And when you consider that up the other end, Lockett's taken 2 marks, Lowe has taken 2, and Alan Jakovich on his own has taken 9. And he's lining up for goal number 9 as well after the siren. And this will be some sort of a break for the Saints to catch up in the last term. It's already 21 points. He missed it. Well, that was one of his easier ones. 22 is the margin at the last change. Melbourne 16-8, St Kilda 12-10, but it's not over yet, because back near the centre of the ground there's a bit of a dust-up going on. 100 and so metres away from the play. Lockett's in there. Well, Lockett and Steins are going at each other. One's won a Brownlow and one's favourite for this year's. Neither team can afford to lose a Lockett or a Steins. Last quarter gets underway at Moorabbin. The Saints with the job ahead, trailing by 22 points. Harding gets it down to Coughlin. High ball, barely goes 10 metres. Road punches forward. Daniels, first half on the bench for the Saints. First kick clear. Lowe, a quiet day for Stewie Lowe. Steins is back there. It goes to Jay Viney across the half-back line he goes. Oh, McAdam. Fleet of foot, Gilbert McAdam. Lockett from behind. What a mark!
Oh, great stuff. Well, you wait all day for that, Drew, don't you?
He's taken 2 marks to 3/4 time, and he started that contest about 20 metres behind.
But what about when he crushes that body through the pack? They all seem to, well, they just move under pressure.
Well, he's had a pretty disappointing day, really. But if he can get this goal to open the scoring for the last quarter in the first minute, what a fillip it will be for the Saints. They need this, and they need a lot more. Man on the mark's only about 15 metres from goal. No worries to the leading goal kicker in the league. A goal in each quarter, the first 2 from free kicks, and the crowd starting to rise to the Saints.
Well, I thought at 3/4 time that they really needed to kick the first goal of this last quarter just to give them something to work on. But They needed that man to kick it too, because I'm sure that he lifts other players around the ground. 16 points the difference in Melbourne's favour. The first goal of the last term going to St Kilda. Harvey can't get through. Neither can Bowie. The ball's still to be won, and Bowie's penalised. I don't believe it. It's so critical at the centre bounce, and they pick a free kick out like that. Well, it's going to come back because the player with the ball is going to be asked to kick over the man on the mark. It's Stephen Phoebe. And he kicks Melbourne up towards the 50-metre line. At the back, good mark. Taken down there by Jay Viney, is it? Or Kevin Dyson? Might be Dyson. Dyson's kick in towards the goal square. Jakovich wrestling. Harding gets back. Played a terrific game, Harding. Ralph Smith wasn't going anywhere. Brett Lovett, the tackler, and the ball forced over for a boundary throw-in. Right forward pocket for Melbourne. Ralph Smith, now Harding doing the ruck work. Bennett in front. Ball comes to Bowie. Away to Harvey. In turn to Ralph Smith. Saints will get clear. Devonport then forced to kick. Long towards half forward. Winmar can't mark. Coughlin gets through. What a beautiful hand pass. Low run onto it. Bounce for him. It does. And he kicks. A behind. Gee, they needed that one too. It was terrific stuff out of defence by St Kilda. And it nearly resulted in a goal.
Stewie Lowe's had a dirty day too. 9 possessions. No goals, spent a lot of time on the ball, and Jim Steins in ruck has dominated for Melbourne. Lyon, what a mark to wrestle his opponent away, Grant, and take that mark crashing to the ground. Dishes out the hand pass to Todd Viney. His kick to Bennett. Man in front, and we'll give the points there to Jones, who's been beaten by a succession of opponents today, but the West Australian came up trumps that time.
Yes, he did well, and he gets past Bennett and then kicks St Kilda into their forward half. Low taps it to Grant's advantage. Is it going to sit? He taps it to his own advantage in the finish, David Grant. Kick it quickly. No, handball's low. Who will it sit for? Winmar, talented. Handball, here's a goal coming up. Bowie, don't miss, son. Don't miss, son. And he doesn't. Real beauty, St Kilda. They're coming out with a train. Bowie gets his first. St Kilda get their 14th. And it's 9 points the difference at Moorabbin. Well, it was probably initiated by some desperate stuff by Jones at half-back. He got past Bennett. Penetrating kick to half-forward. Maybe a little bit of good fortune. Winmar's gather. Goal to Bowie.
Harding beats Steins this time in the middle. Bowie's there and takes the free kick for a high tackle. Back to Burke. St Kilda storming up now. They trail by 9 points. Low! No mark. Hobbs gets the hand pass away to Spalding, who goes wide, and the mark taken by Clark. Just beats the effort by Devonport. Offhands it goes to Lyon. Oh, what a smother by Ralph Smith. Brilliant. Grant, he's taken it out. Sean Ralph Smith struggled for football at Hawthorn, has killed him here today.
Oh, Drew, that's fantastic stuff by Ralph Smith. He's got a pat on the back from 2 or 3 opponents. It's a free kick. I don't know what that was for. Lyon, short pass, Jakovich, it goes over his head. It's close to the line. Give away behind Saints? No. Harding takes it away. Rebound footy. What can the Saints do? Jones has got it. Long kick by that player. Out to the wing. Nearly the mark to Rice. He goes after it. He's held, but he didn't have it. Play goes on. Away comes Dyson. Kicks it towards centre half forward. A big punch from behind. St Kilda defence under pressure. Love it. Nowhere to go. Jones and Devonport. Saints will come clear. Well done, Craig Devonport. St Kilda go up towards centre half forward. Can they mark the ball here? Low. Taken away by Obst. Spalding. Yates. Oh, look at Melbourne now. They've got a loose player out here, Viney. Kick by Todd Viney is penetrating towards full forward. No mark taken. Chance for Clark into an open goal. And he misses his second sitter. Within 10 minutes he's pushed in the back. He'll get another kick. Saint fans are absolutely going berserk. Danny Frawley again. Having a chat to umpire Goldspink, Nathan Burke in the picture. But unfortunately, no matter how much arguing or debating you do with the umpire, very rarely a decision's reversed. Clark gets the goal for Melbourne. 3 goals to Stephen Clark and a little bit of breathing space for Melbourne. They lead by 15 points.
Well, he ran into an open goal in the third quarter and hit the post from about 15 metres, Stephen Clark. He missed that time as well, but fortunately for him, he got the reprieve. Melbourne's first goal of this last quarter coming from that free kick. Harding beats Steins, but Steins comes out with it. Now Harvey. Just boot to ball. Hard to win a kick in there. Down goes Hardy. He has been superb, but not all that often matched man for man against Steins. They have both been great, and it's worth going through their stats. Harding 7 marks, 28 possessions. Steins 10 marks, 28 possessions.
Well, spot on there, Drew. Steins gets the tap out, but Rice's kick smothered. Oh, desperate stuff shown there at centre half, back by Nathan Burke. Awkward ball, comes to the back. Winmar, beautiful long kick. Lockett, can't mark. Kick off the ground by Lowe, taken over the line by Spalding. A rush behind to the Saints. Exciting stuff. Coming again from centre half back. Rebound football today is just absolutely fantastic stuff. Graham Yates to kick the ball back in for Melbourne. Decides to go to that far side, out in front of the main scoreboard. No mark taken. Chance for Harvey. Tap over the top. Doesn't bounce for St Kilda. Picked up there by Dyson. Kick off the ground by Jay Viney. Harvey's handball back. Picked off by Tingay. In comes Jay Viney. Kick off the side of his boot. Devonport, you're a chance. Overruns it. Picked up by Grant. Handball goes to Harding. Back to Devonport. Forced to kick quickly. Centre half forward St Kilda. They must get something out of this. At the back is Yates. Desperate defence, but the kick is marked by Winmar. He's got Daniels. Wide at half forward. No, he goes long. A lovely kick by Winmar. To the goal front. No mark. Taken away by Rowe. Lockett the chaser. Rowe, the free kick will go down the ground. Undisciplined stuff by the full forward. Eichel. Loose man is Dyson.
Dyson down the outer wing. 14 points the difference. Melbourne in front. Grant! Came from nowhere, David Grant, to take a big mark. Saints have men out here unmarked. Grant goes straight up the middle to Harding. A run from Devonport. Devonport inside half forward with his kick. Steins is back there and takes his 11th mark. And I reckon more Brownlow votes today for Jim Steins. Jay Viney out towards centre wing. Dyson spoiled from behind. He's in after it again. Eichel taken high. No whistle. Todd Viney has been a great player. Todd Viney, 34 possessions. And we've got nearly 17 minutes to play.
That's interesting. Who would you give it to, Steins or Viney? Viney's just been fantastic, but Steins, here he is again. Coming up for his 14th kick, 16 hand passes. He's kicked a goal off the ground in the second term. Kick towards half forward. Rebound. Daniels, unselfishly. Harvey makes something of this, Saints. Harvey straight towards goal. Lockett in front. Can't mark. He's got the football. He kicks it into the pocket. Low. McAdam shepherds. Low shoots. And it's smothered off the boot. Magnificently back there by Jay Viney. And it's taken over for a boundary throw into the right forward pocket for St Kilda. Some magnificent defensive football by both sides. Steins getting back to do the ruck work. Covers some territory. Spalding. Yates. Left foot kick to half forward. No mark to Rice. Eichel ridden in by Harvey. Ball kept in by St Kilda. As Dyson comes up with the footy. 50 metres from the St Kilda goal. They trail by 14 points.
St Kilda have kicked 2 goals to 1 in the last quarter. Steins palms down almost to himself. Harvey robbed of the ball. Hilton in there after it with the long sleeves, the Trevor Barker lookalike. The umpire will ball it up.
Good play by Todd Viney to get in underneath there and just hold it up. A couple of St Kilda players had their hands on it, couldn't break clear. Todd Viney desperate.
Saints need something out of this. They trail by 14 points still. Steins wins in ruck. Comes back to Steins from Coghlan. Steins gets the ball up the ground. Well done by Phoebe. Lyon takes it away from Grant. Out of bounds on the full.
His kick actually hit Nathan Burke on the foot. It rebounded over the boundary line on the full. And Gary Lyon gets a free kick.
Back after missing the last 2 weeks with injury. In fact, he hasn't been around all that long this year for Melbourne. Gary Lyon, their champ. Up towards half forward. Harding. No mark. Comes through to the back. Daniels slides away the hand pass to Devonport. Just gets the kick away in time. Winmar props and cops. He shouldn't have. Obbs takes it away. Obbs, the hand pass on the bounce to Lovett. Lovett, the hand pass inside 50. Dyson, good hand pass. Tingay on the turn. 40 metres out. That won't come back from there. Out on the full.
We should have made a bit more of that. Wasn't Obbs fantastic backing himself? Nicky Winmar trying to just lead Obbs under the football. But the Melbourne player up to the mark. The ball with Frawley in the back pocket. Saints need a goal quickly. We've got 14 minutes left. They need 3 to win the game. Harding nearly marks the ball. Awkward one back there for Grant. Harding underneath it. Grant's got to go after it again. The tap out nearly effective. Devonport can't get in there, but Coghlan can. Desperate stuff by Frank Coghlan. Who's he got to give it to? Nearly run down by Tingay. Handball Devonport. Gets through some heavy traffic. Handball Harvey. Harvey running with the ball. Short pass. Morris. Onto the left side. Bowie. 40 metres from goal. Bowie goes long. Bowie goes very long, but misses to the right. Saint fans left lamenting. Bowie's kicked 1 goal too. Scoreline shows Melbourne by 13 points. Should be a free kick to Rice. Play on. Chance again for Bowie. Lockett behind. He's got it. How did he get hold of that? Oh, weak someone, he said. Weak something. But Lockett's got the football. And a smile on his face. The Man Mountain from Moorabbin. Well, if he kicks this, what's the difference then? 7 points. What a finish we've got confronting us here. St Kilda 5th. Melbourne fighting hard to stay in touch with the final 6. Lockett frees 5th, and he pops it through. Melbourne lead by 7 points. We've got 12.5 minutes left.
Well, you wondered how Lockett got the ball then. He just stood tall, didn't he, and used the bulk just to tip Bryce out of the contest. Bryce has done a superb job. Lockett actually has been pretty quiet, but he's kicked 5 goals from 7 kicks.
Well, the fans really becoming quite vocal now.
12.5 minutes left. Harding beats Steins. Coghlan. Harvey onto it. Just gets a kick away. What trouble for you, Jay Viney. Road pulled off it. Robert Harvey again. Saints players out here. Daniels, his left footer. Well, nearly the worst kick in the club, which was unfortunate at that time of the football match.
Well, it could be important. At least it's still in St Kilda's forward half. Yates to bring it back into play. Melbourne lead by 1 straight kick.
1 straight kick. Plenty of time left. And all the scoring today has been done at that left-hand end. And that's the way the Saints are going, although the breeze not as strong as it was earlier in the day. Gee, it's tough in the middle. This is like a final in July. Grant gives the hand pass away. Lyon takes it. On to Phoebe. Phoebe's kick straight to full forward. Jakovich. Frawley spoils him. Jakovich has been sensational. Grinter. Berry. Belted. Oh, he had it a long time. Ball, say the St Kilda fans. Nothing doing. Lyon gets rid of it. Off the ground, Ralph Smith. I reckon play on. That's the way to play at this point.
Well, it's got to be now, Drew. In the last 10 minutes, the umpires just have to let the play go. The kick towards full forward. Jakovich in the back against Frawley. And certainly the St Kilda captain will take the free kick. Yes, always when it comes down to a line ball, one kick in the game, if you give a free kick, if it's a bit like this, it could mean the difference between winning and losing for either side. Frawley now in the back pocket. Kicks it long out to half-back. Steins punches it away from Harding. Pouncing on is Todd Viney. He's played a wonderful game, Todd Viney. Getting back, nearly taking the mark, Eishold, but Frawley takes it over in that right forward pocket for Melbourne. They lead by 6 points, the Demons. It's been a fantastic game of football all day long. Goal for goal. 8 goals to Jakovich. 5 to Lockett. 5 to McAdam. Boundary throw in. Bennett. Chance now for Hilton. Kicks it across the face of goal. No mark to Rice. 3 Melbourne players. Dyson. Left foot kick. Wide. Close to the boundary line. It goes over in front of young Hilton. Pressure enormous. It really is setting the scene for the finals, which aren't all that far away. About 5 or 6 rounds to go, and these two teams could be participating.
Chance here for Melbourne. Close to the boundary line. Phoebe throws the boot at the ball, then kicks it behind. Well, once again, there's that vital point because it makes it 7 the lead for Melbourne. 2 kicks for St Kilda to win it from here. They kick in short. Grant takes the mark in the back pocket. The Saints lead Melbourne by 10 points on the ladder. 2.5 games. A win would make it just about certain that St Kilda would play in the finals for the first time since 73. Frawley across to Jones. A further hand pass to Burke. Great play by the Saints. They've got the numbers, looking to attract players and draw loose men. Burke from centre wing. Well, big packet centre half forward. Low in the chop. Stretch. He was benched earlier. Hasn't seen much action. Back to the outer wing. All St Kilda here. Not a great kick by Stretch. Devonport. He's got men in support. Gets around Dyson. Devonport pumps it long in the direction of Lockett from behind. Low! Stewie Low right in front. It's only his 3rd mark for the day. The leading mark taker in the competition. A down day for Stuart Lowe. But a goal here will put the Saints right in this contest.
Well, you really wouldn't like to see a loser, would you? But St Kilda have got the momentum.
Lowe looking for his first goal of the day. 20 metres out.
He's missed.
Oh, don't tell me he's missed. He just made it.
What about the goal umpire? He's finished up near the point post.
Went for a bit of a run, didn't he?
But Stuart Lowe was clapping all the time too. I think he was convinced it was a goal, but
what a mark in the pack it was by Lowe.
point the difference. Melbourne lead, 8 3/4 minutes left. Great bounce, Harding again. Who can get clear of the centre? Hilton's got the football. Handball back. Grant to Harvey. Mark to St Kilda, taken by Coughlin. Looking to move it on quickly. Melbourne now under pressure. Coughlin elects to go long. Drop punt kick is effective. Lockett! No mark. Melbourne get clear. Beveridge. Not a bad kick by Beveridge. Close to the line. Can the Saints keep it in? No. Craig Devonport takes it over. And Melbourne preparing to make a change.
Paul Harding hurt behind the play after that centre bounce. I think somebody came crashing down on his foot.
Boundary throw in. Steins in front. Low tackles, but Phoebe gets it away for Melbourne. Slews off the side of his boot. Harding recovers. Jones kicks St Kilda into the forward half. Punched away by Obst. Coughlin racing for the football. So is Dyson. McAdam in the action as well. Kick off the ground goes wider still. Jay Viney overruns it. McAdam's going to get it possession. Handballs to himself. Goes after it again. Nearly collects it. Jay Viney takes it over. Boundary throw in. Just forward of centre wing. Melbourne lead by 1 point. Just over 7 minutes left.
Melbourne have played the last 4 final series. St Kilda haven't played one since 1973. And you can tell the just desperation here on the Saints players. What play by McAdam! He took that ball away from a no-win position. Bowie's kick, close to the boundary line. Winmar can't keep it in and will have a throw in. Melbourne lead by a point, 111 to 110, and we have 6 minutes 48 left. Did it go out? No, it'll be a ball up just inside the line. So a chance here for the Saints. Steins has beaten low in ruck today and does again, and sees safety of the boundary line. Paul Harding's statistics have been absolutely fantastic, but he's been behind the play, and that's where he is at the moment, hovering up with no opponent near centre wing.
Boundary throw in right forward pocket. Steins, you've got to do something. He gets it out to Dyson. Dyson to Yates. Melbourne will get clear. Yates kicks it long. Wide to the wing. It's out on the full. Bad kick, Graham Yates. St Kilda have possession of the footy. Centre wing through Nathan Burke. Takes a risk. Jones fumbles. Taps it on. It's effective. Grant. Nearly caught. Harding. Can he lift the Saints? The kick to centre half forward. Who can take a mark? Steins gets back. Morris tries to crush his way through, and he's penalised for holding the football. He was looking for a free kick. And St Kilda fans, they will lynch these umpires if they lose this game. Spalding comes away through Steins.
Steins over the top to Spalding again. He's caught in a sandwich, but beats both slices of bread. Gets it away. Great play by Spalding. Pass up the ground by Rode. Wide to Grinter, who's had a very quiet day. 6th possession only. Steers the pass to Jakovich, who kicked 4 goals on Frawley in the third quarter and has kicked 8 for the game. Alan Jakovich was superb. He was beating Jones earlier on and then gave Frawley a bath in the third quarter. That was when Melbourne converted a 5-point deficit to a 22-point lead. Steins was dominating in the ruck, and Jakovich got on the end of a lot of play. Alan Jakovich for number 9. Big kick. Not quite. No mark taken. Comes to Burke. Bennett was the flyer. Might have been a kick in danger there. Good hand pass. Hilton to Grant. Grant not sure. From centre half back. Across the half back line he goes. Devonport needs this one. Stretch. It's a push by Stretch. Free kick to Devonport.
And another awkward decision by the umpire, going in favour on this occasion to St Kilda. Daniels off. Antrobus on. Devonport goes long. Saints desperate. Low in the back. Surely a free kick to the mighty centre half forward, who we've already mentioned has been a little quiet. On the boundary, Antrobus. No, he ignores and goes long. Where's Lockett? Crashing his way through. Can't mark. Coughlin snatches it. Antrobus makes something. No. Yates the tackle. Effective. Umpire will bounce. Saint fans again disappointed with the umpiring decision, and Antrobus, they've put him back on the ground in a tight situation. He could have nearly given something away there. He threw the football straight at the umpire. Steins rucking. Low. Close to the line. Melbourne will allow it to go over. They lead by 1 point. 17-9 to 16-14. 3.5 minutes left.
Melbourne led by 22 points at three-quarter time, and now they lead by 1. The knockout comes to Obst. Off to Steins, playing the role of a rover there. It's kicked to centre wing. Bennett. Well played by Bennett. Lyon in to help him. Lyon over the ball. Oh, the umpire's going to ball it up. The crowd reckon he was in control of it.
Do you reckon they'll get off the ground if St Kilda lose? Oh, you're cooking.
Feel a bit safe up here, but this place is rocking. Harding, what a game he's played. Viney, what a game he's played. Lyon, welcome back after a couple of weeks out. Stretch, a high ball to half forward. Bennett with all the height. Jones goes to ground. Bennett, run down by Ralph Smith. Here's Jones, a second gamer. Socket away by Grinter. And the ball goes out of play at half forward for Melbourne. They lead by a point with 2.5 minutes left.
Boundary throw in about 40 metres around from the Melbourne goal. Harding a little slow to get to the contest. Bennett in front. Harding tired. Saints have got to take some risks here. They need a good bounce. They don't get it. Love it. Gathers that awkward ball 70 metres from goal. Kicks Melbourne up to full forward. No mark taken. Ball rebounds to Frawley. He gets past too easily. Go Saints from half-back. Nathan Burke running. Harding in support. Under 2 minutes. Nathan Burke to half-forward. No mark. Melbourne punch it further afield. Collected by Rice. He's going to get caught. Handball picked off by Beveridge. Centre half-back. Beveridge will be caught. Handball, Jay Viney. Still at half-forward for St Kilda. Jay Viney over the top. Kick off the ground by Phoebe. Close to the line. It bounces just inside the field of play. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 1.5 minutes left. Melbourne lead by a point. What a great game we've seen here at Moorabbin. A pity to see a loser.
Mightn't see a loser yet.
Steins. Grabbed by Phoebe. Goes to the boundary line. That might have been deliberate. No. Too tight this game. Please throw it in, the boundary umpire.
Saints could kick it behind to level the scores. We could have a draw. Steins against Morris. Morris went through without the ball. Todd Viney has been absolutely sensational. This one was trapped just inside the line. Antrobus, high ball to half forward. Morris, front of the pack. No mark. Bowie comes up with it. Phoebe. He's holding the ball, says the umpire. Yes, he tried to trap that one in the pack. Coughlin having a quick look. He wants to go on quickly. Frankie Coughlin, a centering kick. A mark needed for St Kilda. No mark taken. Bryce takes it away from Melbourne. Kicks out of bounds on the full. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds to go. Nathan Burke with the kick. He thumps it short of the goal square. Low is there. McAdam. No mark. No mark. It's a free kick to Melbourne. 15 seconds left.
Well, they win now.
Well, they've got to win it now. Take it 15 seconds to pull up your socks. Jim Steins has got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Melbourne have won it. Melbourne have won it by a point. The Demons hung on. They led by 22 at three-quarter time, won it by a point. I think it was scoreless for about the last 7 or 8 minutes. The umpire's getting a hot reception. The Melbourne players absolutely delirious. Umpire's seen up the race by the mounted police. The Melbourne players, well, was that a clutch win for the Demons here today? They were outside the 6. They desperately needed it, and they got it by a whisker. Melbourne jubilant. St Kilda gallant in defeat. John Northey delighted with his charges. Jimmy Steins delighted. Wrap up some more votes today, Big Tim. And if you backed him for the Brownlow, spend the money now.
And more importantly, Drew, I was just watching the goal umpires at the centre there. They've indicated that the scores are correct. So Melbourne have won by the barest possible margin.
What a day at the football. Melbourne 17-9, 111. St Kilda 16-14, 110.